So today I thought I'd just get chill with you and tell you about the 3 things that I'm super grateful for in 2019. It's a practice of mine to keep a gratitude journal by my bed, and every day I try either in the morning, first thing when I get up, or at night just before I hit the sack. Not to have any phones by me, but to really think from a grateful position of what I am grateful for the day. So looking back through my journal, I was able to see the things that really manifested in my heart for 2019, and I thought I'd share that with you. So I began 2018, when I look back, surrounded by boxes, and the reason why I was surrounded by boxes was that I was moving, and I thought this new home that I had bought in September would be ready, and it wasn't. And as I was sitting in my old home, surrounded by boxes, things packed away, no Christmas tree, I really recognized that I was really grateful, not for the things that I had in my life, but for the love that I had in my life. The people who supported me, who told me that that I had things to look forward to and it would all be okay, who were there for me. And sometimes we have these big acquisitions, like a big home, and we fill our home with stuff, and it's like a big screen TV, and it's the biggest couch ever, and it's the biggest chandelier, and it's the biggest size bed. And what we forget and I remember, I had all of that stuff, and I remember thinking how superficial it was, because it was all packed away. But what I really wanted was not the things, but the people that were in my life. I wanted them there with me. And so as I am in my new home, it's actually been a year, and I am so grateful for this space. In my head, I will never forget this moment. In August 2018, I knew, having walked into my friend's home, and she lived in this beautiful spot, and she was surrounded by green. And I said, I'll never forget saying to Romano, who is my videographer, that I really wanted to have a space that looked like this. It wasn't big. It didn't have a lot of stuff. It was just so beautiful and so scenic because of all the green and the butterflies and the birds. And in that moment, I knew in my heart that it wasn't about the acquisition. It was about the space to breathe, the space to create. And now I am so thankful. I'm so blessed that I was able to manifest in August 2018. I was able to purchase in September, October 2018, and move in February 2019. And this space has been everything that I wanted and more. So it is not super large, but it has a very cool vibe to it. It's a garden home, so I'm surrounded by mountains and the valley. I look up, and there are towering trees above my home, and there are butterflies and birds, and it's just, you smell just fresh air, and it's one of the things that I'm grateful for. And I think if there's any lesson in my purchase of this new home for you, is that the power of starting with a vision and understanding that the manifestation of that vision begins with the ask. That you have to ask yourself, what do you want? And you have to manifest in your heart, whether it is someone to fall in love with, or as in my case, a home that I could create in, a space with several different views that I could look out and feel at one with nature and create. And really, it's about putting out the energy, and then that energy. So I know a lot of people think like the law of attraction is hocus pocus, but whatever you call it, manifestation, fate, discipline, the law of attraction, that whatever you put out to the universe, you will receive. And I'm grateful that I put out this particular thought in 2018 that allowed me to move into this spot in 2019. So I'm really grateful for that. And the second thing that I'm grateful for is that I was able to persevere through the toughest financial year of my life. I've been in business for quite some time. I had a public relations firm. It was hugely successful. And when I decided 4 years ago to change my business model, I don't know if I was penny wise and pound foolish and went into it like jumping and leaping off, and the market wasn't quite ready for what I had to offer, and so people weren't buying it. But I persevered. I'm so grateful that I had the knowledge. I thank God that I saved when things were great. I saved. I didn't spend wildly. So it allowed me to acquire a property and yet have enough savings to take us through the toughest financial period of my life in terms of business. And having survived this year and coming to the end of 2019 and knowing that I want to have this successful online business that allows me to manifest and work in the service of others, but also to not be located in one space, so that I can have a remote team, but also work remotely from anywhere in the world. That is my dream. And I have used this year to build every single piece of the puzzle in place. And I'm going into 2020, this brand new decade, with all the pieces really laid out on the floor. It's like a jigsaw puzzle, and I can see it. And I know what piece goes with what. And it's the first time in December now, 2019, that I can see that. And I'm so glad that I had the perseverance not to give up. Not to give up when the phone didn't ring. Not to give up when the contract didn't come through. Not to give up when clients didn't understand what I was doing, because I was ahead of the curve. And now, guess what? It's happening. It's happening. I am ending 2019 writing 4 new contracts and proposals, having my online business, everything lined up to go full scale, slam dunk into 2020. And that makes me incredibly happy. But it could not have happened without the faith and the work. And the third thing that I'm really grateful for is the inner work that I had to do this year. I found myself at the start of 2018 looking back with a lot of broken relationships. I had a lot of great relationships and full, wholesome relationships, but I also had a lot of shredded glass that I had to step on, and it hurt. Because what I recognized is that during the years, if anybody I felt hurt me, I would shut them down. I wouldn't want to be in their life again. And I left a lot of people concerned and puzzled and hurt. And I'm thinking, I don't need you in my life. And I'm judging them, right? But who am I to judge when I know that I have been guilty of not being the best friend or the best sister or the best daughter at all times? And who am I to judge people who hurt me in a specific moment? And so I had to really look at that and examine where I was and understand that life at this juncture is all about the quality of the relationships that you have in your life. And it's not to say that I used 2018 to open up all those closed doors. I think some doors are meant to be closed. But those doors that were closed, that when I looked through the glass, I could see the person on the other side and yearn for them in my life, I made the decision that I was not going to yearn. I was going to do something about it. And at the end of 19, I'm so proud of myself. I'm so happy that I was able to heal some of those relationships, and now people are back in my life. It may be on a different setting. It may not be the same way, but that's okay. That's okay as well. And I believe that it's all about faith in yourself. I don't know how you define your God or your higher power or your universe, But I also believe that there has to be a deeper understanding and a deeper connection that goes beyond all of this physical realm and connects your physical needs and what you want from this particular life on this universe to what is a path that has been ordained for you, and you can open up and have a one-on-one conversation with the universe or with God to express your need and manifest what it is you want in your life. So I want to know what you are grateful for. I want to know what it is that in 2019 you really, in your heart, really saw come to life for you, and what intentions are you setting for 2020? Because most of all, when I see your comments in the on the channel, I am so moved by what you have to say, and I really want to know, what are you looking forward to in 2020? Because for me, 2020 is not just the start of a brand new year, it is the start of a new decade, and a new decade with new expectations, new hopes, new dreams. And it's not about the resolution. Really, what it is about the manifestation of the dream. Until next time, take care.